Patrons to Symphony of Food always enjoy an evening of entertainment, and we are very excited about the entertainment that we have for this year's Symphony of Food. It begins during the cocktail hour with an hour of jazz performance by the Bethel Park Jazz Band, directed by Chad Thompson, and he has promised us a very exciting performance. So that will occur early in the evening. And then during the course of the evening, we have been very fortunate to come upon a new kind of entertainment that is going to be provided by a group called Some Kind of Circus. We have with us today Laura and Orion, who are going to share a little bit with you to give you a view of what might be happening at Symphony of Food. So first we're going to talk to Laura. Laura, could you tell us a little bit about Some Kind of Circus, because I'm sure many of the viewers aren't aware of your group.
Sure. Some Kind of Circus came to be. We're a bunch of local Pittsburgh performers, and we sort of discovered each other through our various groups. I'm involved with Slackline Pittsburgh. We're a bunch of people who enjoy balancing on ropes, wires that are kind of similar to tightrope, except that they're slack instead of tight, so they've got a bit of motion to them. I met David Doyle. He does fire, so he's with a group of people who are meeting every Thursday in Frick Park, and they are swinging fire around, they're juggling fire, they're doing fire hooping, things like that. And then I also met Stephanie Birch, and she is involved in hoop dance. And so the three of us realized just how much is going on in Pittsburgh, how many different types of circus-type arts are going on, and decided that it made a lot of sense to just join up and make something that would hopefully be larger than more than the sum of its parts. And then while we were practicing, we sort of have been able to gather more people to us. Orion, for example, came across one of our practices. He rode by in a unicycle and with his clubs on his back. And we realized that, we've just a whole bunch of different people coming together have formed the circus.
I understand you grew up in Chicago, then you moved to Virginia, you've lived in England, you've been a student at Carnegie Mellon in the Entertainment Technology Division. So you've done a lot in your short life. You've lived a lot of places, and the slacklining is something that I'm not sure I've ever seen, but I'm very excited to hear about it and where you might be doing it. Now, you were slacklining in front of Carnegie Museum when Orion discovered you.
Yes. Yeah. So we meet up there most every Sunday when the weather's good. We're very much into sort of community outreach, so we set up a bunch of lines. We have lines for intermediate and advanced people, but also we always try and have a big beginner line. And some people come because they know about us. They follow us through Facebook or through our website. And then other people will just be stopping by. They'll be going off to the library and they'll see us and wonder what we're doing. And so we invite them to join us and try the lines for themselves. It really is a lot of fun. It's challenging at first. It's a little intimidating. Even though we tend to set the beginner line maybe just like a foot or so off the ground. When you first step on, your foot just starts shaking.
Okay.
And so just to take that first step and get up onto the line requires a little bit of a leap of faith.
So at Symphony of Food, how will you be performing? Will you be performing in the outer areas, walking through where the people are seated?
So there's a couple of hours before the dinner actually begins that people are just mingling and having drinks, socializing and whatnot. So we'll be doing some wandering entertainment during that period of time. And then when people go in and are sitting and eating, it's going to be very tight. There's a lot of people at this event. So the tables will be packed pretty close together, but we've got some spaces blocked out that we can have acts throughout the dinner.
All right, we want to see Orion perform as he might be performing at Symphony of Food at this time. Thank you, Orion.